What's going on, guys? Snaggy here, and it's time to review round 24 of the 2025 NRL season, boys. And other than Sunday's games, this weekend was an absolute banger. I mean, seriously, I enjoyed every single game. The Sunday's games were a bit mid, but they were pretty mid. Maybe even the last game was a bit of a slinger, but I really enjoyed the rest of the weekend. It was absolutely awesome. Let us know how you went on the tips this weekend, boys. Let's check mine real quick. I'm pretty sure we did 6 for my tips. Yeah, sorry you can't see this screen, boys, but yeah, 6. We got Penrith Panthers game wrong. We had the Panthers in that one, and we got the Parramatta Eels wrong as well. We had them over the Rabbitohs. Could have won that one too. Bloody Jai Gray, what a beast. Also too, guys, I did a competition for the in our preview. So every week, so make sure you subbed, guys. Check the preview video. I'll do it right at the start. All you do is just drop a multi in there. I'll pick a random one. I'll put some of my copy cash on it, boys, and if it hits, I'll transfer you the cash right away. So this one was from Harry Sherlock. It missed all 3 legs. I actually really liked it. And I will just pick random ones, but it was Munster, Halasima, and Doggies at the line, -2.5. Would have been a $500 payout if it hits, but unfortunately that one didn't. But nice try, Harry. I actually liked the punt. I thought it was good. Munster definitely could have had a big one. Lecker's been scoring like crazy, and Doggies, they got pumped in the end, but I didn't think it was a bad idea at the time. But wow, those goddamn Roosters have come good, haven't they? All right, boys. If you're not already, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow us on Dabble, jump in our Discord, all that good stuff. Let's get into these games. We're getting close to the finals, boys. All right. Melbourne Storm defeat the Penrith Panthers 22-18. Warriors defeat the Dragons 14-10. Roosters, dominant performance against the Bulldogs 32-12. We have the Sharkies humping the Titans 54-22. Broncos, huge win. Not dominant wise, just they really needed this one. 38-28 against the Dolphins. Rabbitohs squeak home against the Eels 20-16. Tigers, great performance from them 26-12. And then the Cowboys pump the Newcastle Knights. Raiders sitting pretty with the bye. Let's have a look at this ladder. Let's just make sure this is refreshed. All right, we have the Raiders out on top. They're currently 1 win ahead of the Storm. So they were 2 wins, but just remember the bye. They just had a bye, so they're 1 game clear. And then they're 2 games clear of the Doggies and 4 games clear of the Warriors. So they're locked up top 4. Like guaranteed, if they lose the next 3 games, they will be finishing the top 4, which is great. But obviously you want to finish first or second, so you get that first home final, which would be absolutely massive for them. That'll be hard to get tickets. It's not a big stadium there. So Doggies, obviously with that loss, I'm really disappointed here because I really wanted the Doggies to come second. I want them to have a home final because it will just be absolutely massive. Them going down to Melbourne, I mean, they'll fill the stadium, but you know what I mean? Not the same, bros. So I was sort of low-key hoping that Storm would lose and Doggies would win this weekend. But like I said, nothing against their teams I wanted to lose. I just want the biggest games possible, the biggest crowds possible. I'm sitting here in my house watching it. I want to feel it through the TV. I want to feel that atmosphere, and I don't think we'll feel it in Melbourne. Just saying. And Warriors back into the top 4. Panthers, short-lived stint in the top 4 there. They're out to 5th. Broncos, Sharkies, Roosters. And look, that's probably our top 8. I mean, we do have the Dolphins here on 10 wins. And we do have the Seagulls there on 9, 3 games remaining. I think Seagulls are done. I know they can technically do it, but I'm pretty sure they're done. Dolphins going to have to go 3 for, and Roosters, if they go 3 and Sharks win a couple, Bronx win, they might be done anyway. So it looks like we're down to 9. It's obviously that's not fully locked in. Something could go catastrophically wrong, but if I had to guess, I'd say the top 8, not in that order, will be the top 8. That's just my sort of opinion right as of now. But it's been a crazy year, so who knows. Now, one thing that's terribly alarming for me, as we thought the Titans had absolutely locked up that spot, as the Knights all of a sudden fallen in massive contention for the wooden spoon, which has put my 11 grand payout of Titans for the spoon in massive jeopardy. They are a full game ahead. They're a full game ahead. Same for and against. They're 1 point better, but I mean, Knights, you couldn't just at least keep that game close for me. I mean, seriously, like, luckily Titans got pretty pumped as well, but if they lose all 3 games, sweet, we're fine. But if Titans somehow jag a win, could be in trouble, boys. We could be in trouble. I'm extremely nervous, I'm not going to lie. All right, boys, let's get into the Panthers versus the Storm. I'm going to need a big drink for this one. I was furious after this game. Harry Grant, brilliant try, wizardry in Golden Point, absolutely awesome. Now, as far as this game went, let's just talk about the Harry Grant milk thing. Let's get it out of the way, and then we can just talk positively. All right, so I vented my frustrations in my short videos over it, not because I don't care that, and people were like, "Oh, you have a cry, man." I don't care that the call was made. I didn't care who won this. I only cared if my bet won. And this decision didn't affect my bet winning. I don't care, bros. But I hate people playing for penalties. I just hate it. I just do, man. It's just all, I was just not brought up like that. We all laughed at people that played soccer and they're falling on the ground holding their heads when they got tapped in the ankle. Like, I just hate Harry Grant running out. If he wouldn't have touched Moses if he didn't stick his arm out, you know. So I hate it. And yeah, I just do. Like, I didn't care. Didn't care who was team or whatever, but I just want to say this as well. I'm more confident in the Penrith Panthers winning the comp after this. I wasn't that confident before. I seeing Nathan Cleary, who's so chill, genuinely pissed off at the press conference and frustrated and all that stuff. This is like, I'm not locking this in or anything, right, boys? But just hear me out. Like, I don't think the Melbourne Storm can win the comp anymore, and here's why. I think if they play each other in the finals, I think Penrith's going to pump them. Not because. I just don't think they'll let that happen again. Like, they were so in control of this game. Like, I saw in like 55 minutes of this, they were the better team. And then there was that silly Blaise Salungi era. Melbourne got a bit of steam from that, and it went on. But like I said, I was, even though Penrith snuck in the top 4 and stuff, I wasn't that confident. I was like, absolutely they can win. But I'm actually like almost more confident now. I'm like, if they win their next 3 games, and they end up in the top 4 again, and they end up playing whoever, I think they're gonna. It's just terrifying. Like, all these people are sort of bagging Penrith. I'm like, this is why they got. Like, they've already said we felt so embarrassed, like everyone making fun of us and all the social media stuff. And that was one of the reasons that kicked their thing back into gear. And now everyone's writing them off again. I'm like, what are you doing? Just leave them alone. Just be like, good try, Penrith. Like, no, I mean, he's still a great team. Like, why is everyone making fun of him and calling him sooks and shit? I'm like, you're just giving them more fuel, bros. Like, we want someone fresh to win the comp this year, and you're giving them more fuel. I'm like, seriously. Yeah, so it's so bizarre. Like, and this is just feeling, boys. There's no stat, there's no anything, but I just got this feeling. I'm like, I don't think Penrith are going to lose to them if they play them in the finals again. That extra motivation and, yeah, because like Penrith, like, you know what I mean? If Moses doesn't move or just gets out of the way, he kicks that. Like, Cleary was so far back, he slots out, Penrith wins, and then, But, yeah, I just got this weird feeling that I was like, man, like, if Melbourne going to win the comp this year, I feel like they're going to probably play Penrith. And I don't know if Penrith are going to lose to them in the finals. It's just this feeling I have. I'm like, I just think that will just infuriate them. They're gonna have the most skits this training day, and like just early predictions, boys. I'm probably going to take them 13 plus against the Raiders next week. I think they're going to pump the Raiders. I mean, maybe this feeling will settle down and I'll be like, all right, cool. But I just have this like swelling feeling inside of me that they are going to pump the Raiders. mean, it could be wrong, but yeah, it's just that motivation. You know, we've talked about the losses you need to have and stuff like that. Motivation, like they will absolutely want to get back at Harry Grant and the Melbourne Storm after that. Like you could genuinely see the frustration in Nathan Cleary. So, yeah, that's just a little alarming. But now let's just get to the footy because it was actually a really good game of footy. And that, guys, this is just my feelings. Like it's just. There's nothing really backing it up. It was just, I can't help but feel, I just remember sitting there going, man, I reckon if they play again in the finals, like how dominant, like, I think Penrith are going to pump them, mate. Like, that's, yeah, it's just this feeling I have. Maybe they don't end up playing in the finals, but more than likely they will. So, especially if Penrith keep winning games. Like, well, yeah. Look, man, so just on to the Melbourne Storm. Like, they were getting pretty damn dominated. Like, now what I said at the start of the game was relatively true, and I've said I feel like Penrith, I mean, Melbourne are very good, but I did feel like it's just Harry Grant, like when he has room through the middle, and then if there's nothing on, they boot the Coates. And I haven't felt like they've had much more outside of that for quite some time now, but I mean, it was enough, right? You know, like it's not a bad game plan to be able to kick to Xavier Coates and Harry Grant. You leave him alone. If you slip up, he'll take it with both hands, you know. But yeah, I really felt like Melbourne had nothing for a good 55 minutes other than booting it to Coates on the fifth and hoping he gets over or there. Having said that, I just want to give Coates and Seve goggles. Goggles, bro. They don't win that without him. I probably haven't seen Brian To'o handled that well ever, including State of Origin, including when he plays for Samoa against Australia. Like that was a 10 out of 10 defensively, offensively, everything from Seve. That Goggles was awesome, man. Really, really good effort, and obviously Coates as well was brilliant. But yeah, it still doesn't, like, obviously they're probably my favourites to win. This is the weird thing. They're probably my favourites to win the comp now, but it's more just the fact that they're Melbourne Storm and they are good in finals. They've got an experienced coach who's been there, done that. It's not so much their gameplay. So, like, just for example, if this was the Manly Sea Eagles or something, probably be less confident in winning the comp, the footy they're playing. You know, so yeah, but pretty crazy performance. I thought. Yeah, let's have a look. I thought, Xavier Coates was absolutely epic in this, man. He really was. I actually thought, I've not been a fan of Trent Liero all year. He was really good in this one. He gave a couple dumb penalties, but that's pretty standard for him now. Munster, Wishart, pretty good. But yeah, Dylan Edwards was actually pretty good, but then just those errors right at the end of the game there. I mean, you actually look at his numbers, they're off the charts. I saw people like ripping him. I'm like, bro, like you drop the ball from time to time, man. But these actual numbers are pretty insane. Like terrible errors at terrible times. But 288, 60, 2 line breaks, 1 line break assist, 2 try assists, 9 tackle breaks. That's an enormous effort. But Lace Talangi, just that little bit of inexperience, just throwing that ball, should have taken his medicine, got tackled. They were winning comfortably. It really let Melbourne back in the game. And just from that, Melbourne almost lost every bit of contact through that game up until that point. It's such a weird game, rugby league. Like, Melbourne had nothing. And then all of a sudden, every set just grew by 10 metres. They were getting 37 metres a set up until that point. All of a sudden, they're getting 47. I'm like, how does this happen? Like, why is rugby league so weird like this? Absolutely crazy. But Isaiah Yeo, they're going to need him back. And obviously, no one mentioned this guy, but he's actually been really good for them through the middle as Patea. He's a big body. He actually makes he only gives you about 20 minutes, but it's a good 20 minutes. They don't lose anything when he comes on. In fact, he's probably been more devastatingly running than Moses Leota, which is saying something. So hopefully they get him back and they should be fine. And yeah, like, it just sucks for Canberra. Like, Canberra can win. I'm not saying they can't win, but it just... that sucks, bro. Like, you would have rather Penrith win that one if you're Canberra, you know. Yeah, Panthers really don't want to lose two. They can't lose 2 in a row, really. Like, they could plummet down really quickly. That's what I was saying before the game. Everyone was like, yeah, Penrith have made the top 4 now. I'm like, they haven't made the top 4. They're currently in the top 4. They haven't made the top 4. So, Yeah, but awesome win. Like, such a good effort from Melbourne to get back into it. Like I said, that edge was so good defensively. Like, that could have easily been a bunch of tries down there. Seve was brilliant. Yeah, just really, really good effort from that edge. That's the main thing I was impressed with was Seve, Coates, and then obviously the Harry Grant trick at the end was great too. Yeah, awesome win. We'll see how they keep trucking along, but yeah, pretty excited. Who does bloody Melbourne have next week? Actually, Doggies. Oh, Doggies. I'm gonna take the Dogs in that one, eh? Maybe. Oh, what will happen if Dogs win? Hang on, let's have a look at that. So they're one win behind. Oh, the for and against sucks. Doggies, man, you fumbled. Oh, man. I really wanted them to have a home final. I really did. Anyway, whatever. Dragons versus the Wars. Up the Wars. We tipped the Wars. Everyone was against us. Everyone thought you were done. But having said that, massive shout out to the Dragons. What an effort. Getting 3 players knocked out cold. I've never seen that before. I remember, I think Parramatta Bulldogs in a big final. It might have been in 2009. I remember just 3 players got knocked out in that game, but they were like spread out, and there was like 2 of them were towards the end of the game, but never like 3 completely people unconscious in the first. Man, that is crazy. And they were on, their bench was empty, and yeah, it was such an effort. Like, to me, look, a lot of people were sort of ripping the Wales, saying, "Oh, you just look." I thought the Wales were terrible in this game, but I will give them credit here. They were down, right? Yeah. And tied. Yeah. What they did do, which I was actually like, this was really good from the Warriors. They really did just control that last 15 minutes really well, and that was a double good thing. Like, they didn't get erratic and try and like win just stupidly. They just going, like, I've got to give Tanner Boyd credit here as well, because that is just, it's so easy with scoreboard pressure. We've got to win. We've lost 3 in a row. We need, and just start doing stupid stuff, sort of like Blaze did, like different situations, but you get what I'm saying. Just forcing the pass, just got through and just be like, points will come. Just keep it up, and they did, and that was smart for me as well, because Dragons have been pretty poor in that last 15 minutes. So I knew if they just kept the ball in play, didn't make errors in that last 15, controlled the field position, they would get over the line. So I got to give them credit there. Like, they were very patient. Ended up getting a try with 8 minutes to go. Like, that's good, man. That's really, really good. So I'll give them credit there. But having said that, Jesus, they're falling off a cliff as far as the whole game goes. They really, really have. I thought Luciano Leilua was absolutely awesome. I've just written down here, Wales were terrible considering the magnitude of that game. Wales' right edge defense is just, it's getting skinned every time. Ford, Lecker, and James Fisher-Harris, terrible. But the main thing for me is, boys, it's just, I don't understand the Tuapiki at fullback. Like, you got 3 better options here, like DWZ, Chance, and Roger. Tamari Martin too, but he's gone, isn't he, yet? But like, man, I have, it's not all about size, but you have, like, if you're small, you have to play like Jai Gray or Fuller. You have to run full speed into a gap. Taruva does it really well as well. Like, just full speed, as hard as you can, balled up, boom, and just fast play the balls. He sort of tries to fight and tackles, he gets dragged. I don't think he made 1 post-contact meter in the last 2 weeks. Like, he gets hit, dragged, he's too small. I don't know why he's trying to fight through tackles. You're not fighting through tackles at that size, bro. You're just not. These guys are bigger, faster, bigger, more powerful, stronger, longer arms. Like, you're just better leverage. Like, you're done. So, yeah, I really don't understand what's going on there. They need to change that ASAP. Or he needs to change the way he plays. You watch Sonny Taruva when he does it. He does, like, if you just like pulled your hands back, you'd literally fall on the ground. He launches into the line in between two players, so he doesn't hit shoulders. Gets up, plays the ball. You know, like, but this starting every single set with a slow play the ball is just so bad. Like, it really is. Gutho can be pretty bad at that sometimes. Like, there was times at Parramatta where I was like, when Parramatta will be going good, but then they'll get pumped in the game and just like, man, what happened there? I'm like, dude, every set started with a 4 or 5 second play the ball. You just boot it to Gutho. He'll try and sort of fight. You grab, pulled back, put on his back, facing the wrong way. They get off slowly, slow play the ball. Next dude gets folded. Because he got folded, next dude gets folded. You know, so it's really, really important. But, man, RTS, man, I've got to see his final player numbers here because I'm pretty sure he would have put up some numbers. He's playing so good, man. 267, 105 post, 1 line break, 1 try assist. He was on one. Oh, he was really, really on one. He was. Other things as well. Look, Tanner's doing his job. He's fine, but I just need to see if they're getting players back soon because they're not going to win many games playing like that with that roster either. And I heard Jackson Ford's out for some time too now. So Rocco Berry shoulder next week. That's good. Kurt Catewell back next week. That's great. Tamari Martin concussion next week. But I thought it said next week, next season. Next season. A Laban finals. So they do get Catewell back. Tamari Martin. Rocco Berry will help a lot as well. Yeah. It's going to be tough. Unfortunately, they need these two back right here if they wanted to do some damage in the finals. But look, at the end of the day, when those two went down, I think the main goal was to get minutes in Vaymunga, you know, Aaron Clark, Halasima, guys like that. And, bro, just chuck Cleary in for a couple games. Let's get a look at him. How old's Cleary now? 18? Nathan Cleary was dominating at 18. Like, surely his little brother can have a crack. Seriously. But, yeah, great win from the Wars. They've got a few games left now. They should be able to... Who they got next week? Titans. I mean, they got pumped by them not long ago, but... Who they got there? Eels. Okay, winnable. Sea Eagles, very winnable. So, you know, they could jag 2 of them. They win 2 of them. They're definitely playing finals. Probably a home final and a sudden death home final. But, yeah, it's been a rough old season on the injuries for them. It really has. It just it sucks. But anyway, that's rugby league. Roosters, Bulldogs. Boys, I pretty much couldn't have been more right in my preview on this one. I pretty much couldn't have been more... This dude right here, Tonga's finest. I mean, seriously. Up in the 4th spot, taking over Beaver Menzies, who played 1,000 rugby league games. That's some effort. It really was. But I just want to have a look at some of the stats here. So, see, Bulldogs actually did a pretty good at containing their forwards, to be fair. Like, 1,300's pretty low. They got restricted to less. This is the big one. Nearly a full 150 metres of post-contact. 3 line breaks to 2, 37 tackle breaks to 15. They were getting monstered in tackles. Very, very low there. 15 is very low. 10 offloads to 7. Tackle efficiency 15. That's a good game. That is an absolutely awesome game from the Roosters. Wow. Teddy was bloody good, man. But look, okay, I've got to check this dude too. What? So he played 53 minutes straight. Like 113 metres, 41 post contact, 1 line break, 6 tackle breaks. Nafuma White, I reckon he's my prop of the year, eh? Like, I don't think anyone's been as consistently good as him. Like, Tirame was murdering, a little bit of a quiet patch. You know, like, there's been guys that have been up and down, but he is so good. Like, he has to, at minimum, get nominated for prop of the year, and he's probably the most improved. when Roosters would let Tyrrell May go, I think we all went, "What are you doing?" But he clearly had seen the bro and knew what the bro was up to and knew they were going to be just fine, And oh my god, they got rid of Tyrrell May and still have one of the most punchiest forward packs in the comp. Like how did absolutely crazy. But this Roosters, man, they were bloody good. But I'll get to the doggies. But just big and powerful through the middle, tall timber. They've got good second rowers. They've got backup second rowers. They've got a big number 6 that can run and boot the ball long and in a nip. It's perfect. That's what you want. That's a rugby league team. Big, powerful forwards that can play minutes. Tall timber that can jump out of the gym. Well, sorry, that's a basketball term. Jump out of the field. Centres that don't miss tackles. Like, they have it all, man. It's the perfect rugby league team. I'm not saying it's the best. I'm saying it's perfect. That's exactly what you want. They have impact off the bench if they need it. They've somehow lost all these players and come up with one of the most balanced rugby league teams I've ever seen. Like, you think about it. Yeah, like I said, tall timber, centres that don't miss tackles, powerful second rowers. They've got backups of those as well. They've got a big running number 6 that can boot the ball a million miles. Crafty number 7 with a great short kicking game. They got interchangeable 9 that can play lock. They got everything. Like, it's actually perfect. It's crazy. I mean, when I say perfect, I'm not talking about the best. I just mean like the most balanced. Like, there's no like, someone go, oh yeah, they're a little thin there, or they got like 2 number 6s and like, they got a 6 who's playing 7, or whatever. They got centre playing the second row, whatever. But it's so perfectly balanced. It's actually insane. I really can't believe it. The Savala Walker combo looks nice, like really good, really really good. And the prediction was, I said, big, powerful through the middle, tall timber on the edges, and Sam Walker can get it to him. Like, could I have been more right? I've had a couple stinker calls this year, so I've got to brag about the ones I do get right, all right? Onto the doggies. Look, man, I'm not too worried about the dogs. I'm not too worried. But I am a little concerned. And I think doggies fans shouldn't be worried, but should be a little concerned. There's still a lot of work to do. Now, look, I knew from the start doggies were going to win way more games at the start of the year than they would in the second half, for 2 reasons. Number 1, their draw is easier. Number 2, I've picked the doggies pretty much every round this year. Like, I didn't this one, I tipped the Roosters, but this is the thing with them, right? The reason why I tipped the doggies, I look at their team sheet, right, and I'm not that impressed. I'm not like, whoa. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not like, whoa, like, this team's crazy. I'm impressed with them because their team's so good. They play with energy. They have line speed. They hit and stick. Their kick chase is good. Their kick pressure is good. They play every game like a finals game, and that's why they're winning games, guys. They're definitely not the most talented. They have some of the most talented players in certain positions, but overall, you're looking at like, what's his name? Salmon versus Isaiah Yo or Paddy Cat. Like, they don't compare, bro. But you know what I mean? He does the job for that team. That's the point I'm sort of making. And they've just done such a good job of it. But my concern with them from when we got the draw was, and I think, I can't remember how many I had them, but I think I had them winning 7 of their first 10 games at the start. I think they ended up winning 8 or 9. So I was like, even though I was like, man, they're ahead of schedule. They're looking even better than I thought they were going to be. And I thought they were going to be good. But my issue was with them winning the comp being really scary around finals time was around finals time. So about now, everyone starts playing finals intensity. And what happens when those more talented teams start playing with that finals intensity? You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Now, last year's season for the Bulldogs was a massive success. But let's not forget, they got beaten 3 games in a row to finish the season. Cowboys? Manly pumped them, and then Manly beat them, didn't pump them. The Bulldogs actually did a really good job in that game and fumbled the bag at the end. But in those final 2 games where Cowboys and Manly both sort of had to win finals intensity, they got starched. So even though I considered it a massive success, and it was, I was always a little worried about that could happen again. Like Max King, great player. Sam Hughes, great player, but they're not biggest, most athletic, strong guys. They go toe-to-toe with Fish and White. They're getting pumped. I mean, if White and Spence match their energy, obviously they're going to bring that energy, and then you have to match it because doggies do bring it every single week. The other thing was a little bit of burnout, like playing finals intensity for like the whole year could burn you out a bit as well. So they're my concerns. I'm not too worried because I still think they're better than heaps of the teams in the comp, obviously. I think they deserve to be exactly where they are on the ladder. They're probably the third best team all year. But yeah, that's just a little concerning moving forward, in my opinion. I know I haven't really spoken about the game. Oh, I did speak about the game a little bit at the start. But I guess this time of the year we more talk about finals and stuff and predictions for finals. Even in my review videos, I'm talking about predictions. I'm a predictions guy. But yeah, look, it was just a little concerning. It's looking like last year to me a little bit. I'm pretty sure I used the term redlining. They're redlining. Like something's got to blow. They're going to blow a head gasket soon. And to their credit, they actually really played good in that final game they played against. But they did lose the game in the final 20 minutes. Whether that was to burnout or whether Reid Marnie just sucked, probably a bit of both. But yeah, look, they're gonna have to regroup, work some stuff out. Obviously, throwing this spanner in the works isn't good. We can talk about that a little bit as well. I wasn't a huge fan of it. I didn't care, but like I was like, ooh, like chucking Galvin in there. And it's just funny. Like the thing with the Bulldogs is the media they'll win a game, and the media is just... It's actually awesome. Chris Rialdo said it. He said, "You're all pissing my pocket last week. Now it's the wrong call." Like, he's like, that's a great call from Rialdo. When Bulldogs lose a game, everyone wants to tell them what they're doing wrong. And when Bulldogs win a game, everyone tells them how great they are and how it's all working. And, it's just... I don't know. I just thought this was my general take on it, right? Like the Galvin move. I'm not mad at it, but I just was like, bro, that is very close to the finals. Like to mess with your team. So that was the concern I had with it. I was like, I don't care if you want Galvin, take him. Like, you're paying the $700K for the fourth best number 6 in the comp, fourth best young number 6 young half in the comp. Like, he's not that good. Like, but he looks solid. But I wouldn't have changed too much up for that. But like, he's a pretty handy player. Like, if you want him in your roster, do it. And you thought you had the chance to do it, get him. But I just didn't understand the spanner in the works. I don't think they would have won these games with Toby Sexton too much, to be honest. Maybe. I'm not sitting here going, man, Toby Sexton would have made the difference here. He would have got pumped just like Galvin did in this one. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm really fascinated to see how the Bulldogs rally and stuff like that. That's the thing too, because they haven't played finals in such a long time. I guess Rialdo has like coached at Penrith and stuff, but he hasn't timed a finals run as a head coach before. Like, one of the good things about Bellamy and Ivan is Penrith are generally playing their best footy at finals time. So, that could take a few years to get right too. But yeah, I'm not mad at it. Hayward, much quieter in this game. But I thought Stephen Crichton was pretty epic. But yeah, Tuala got absolutely monstered out there. He had no idea what to do. But you just get a vet like Tupou who just knows where to put his body. It's just, something else. Bulldogs, but yeah, they might even get a couple players back. We're just going to have to see how it plays out, guys. We really will. But yeah, I'm not writing off the doggies yet. The thing is, like, if Penrith and Melbourne were playing as good as they were last year, I probably would, but they're not. So, like, I've still got Bulldogs in the hunt. Sharks, Titans, we won't talk about this one too long because this was a desert hump, and I had bloody Sharks for under 7.5 tries. Huge win for the Sharkies. Massive boost their for and against. They're going to bye next week. Skinned them left, skinned them right. Will Kennedy was brilliant. Sifatalikai KO in Tino. Get the hell out of here, man. That was absolutely epic. Look, The only bad thing about this game, they were really good in this game. I don't know what they put on their wheat bix in the morning, but they were running harder. Everything was really good here. Only concern is McInnes out. Now, that is a big concern for me, and here's why. Sharky's middle is enormous. AFB, Rudolph, Hazelton, Hatapua, who's the other? Kafusi, big boys. The reason they get away with it is a lot because of this guy. Like, he leads their line speed. McInnes is their fast, you know what I mean? He'll quite often lead up their line. You know, he's the one that ties in and does all that good marker work, and he's the reason there's no holes in that big pack, because most big packs like that don't work. Like, that hole just get four the biggest blokes you can get through the middle. Like, that's sort of done now. You would look, they're going for more smaller packs, but the reason why Sharkies get away with it is because this dude can do a million tackles without missing them. High energy, high effort, and keep his line speed good the whole time. I don't know who they're going to replace him with, and maybe they've got a good replacement with, you know, maybe Teague could do it, but then you're limited in your second row. But just that smaller body through the middle, because I don't know if you want Hazelton, you know, like if they do go Hazelton, you know, Kafusi comes back or whatever, and AFB through the middle, that is a slow middle, bro. Like, they're beasts, but they are slow. Now, when is Kafusi back? Reckon Kafusi shot to be confirmed. KL. Jeez, they got a few out, don't they? A few more than I sort of remember. But yeah, look, this is a good performance, man. And look, Sharkies, they have the bye next week now. I'm pretty sure they have two pretty relatively easy games after that as well. So, Knights. Oh, Bulldogs, that's not easy at all. 6th of September. Damn, September. Still getting over my hangover from New Year's Eve, boys. But yeah, look, I imagine they'll be playing finals next week, right? They do have the bye next week, right? Yeah, they got the bye. I do imagine they'll be playing finals because I just hope it's not a home game. 13, like, why are they playing home games at Shark Park, bro? Broncos, Panthers, Storm, Warriors, keep winning games, please. I don't want to watch a finals game with 12,000 people at Shark Park. It's such a waste. Play the Broncos at Suncorp Stadium. They'll be way better in front of 55,000. Just please don't finish above 7th, Sharkies. But look, this was a really good performance from them. I was actually pretty impressed. I'm trying, like, for that reason, when they announced that day, I was like, oh, that's just... I was sort of death riding the Sharkies a bit this year, and I don't hate the Sharkies, boys. I was just pissed off how fewer people went to their finals games. There's like 20,000 people out there. Even I was like, come on, man, that's rubbish. But and I just want to see some fresh teams in there too. Like, I was just like, well, all right, the same teams are getting in the top 8 every year. With the top 4 or 6 sort of teams, it's sort of bottom 2 of the 8 rotated a bit, but yeah. There was another thing I just wanted to mention. Well, I don't get why teams don't do this much, but they did it so good. So Trindle bombed the ball to De Groot, just like 2 meters away from the edge. It's not a huge bomb. It's just like, it's more like a chip, and not deep enough that it's you're getting there at the same time. Just chip it to De Groot. De Groot catches it. Ronaldo just goes, shroom, chucks him out, and you get the ball back. I'm like, that's brilliant. I never understood why teams... I remember it happened to me once. And I don't think it was, I was in juniors. But I remember just catching the ball, barreled into tight, and I was like, oh, they get the ball back. That sucks. And I just remember going, why don't teams do that more? But they did it like 3 times in this game. I was like, that was awesome. You just roll the ball up, boot it, and as soon as they catch it, throw them into touch. It's great. Yeah, it worked every time. And you obviously need a big, strong winner that can manhandle one-on-one, but... yeah, it's just like, because if you bomb it, if you don't go too deep and you can sort of line it up and just as soon as they catch it, I guess they can fall on the ground. I guess that is a thing, but you get what I'm saying. I think that should be utilised a little more. If you can roll down, kick the ball, and just get the ball back straight away, it's like a cheat code to get up. It's like a glitch in 2K. It's awesome. But yeah, look, Titans are poor here, man. Even the Titans' tries were like... were Sharky's try assists, man. 2 of these 4 tries were Sharky's try assists. They were intercepts. It was, oh, man. Even Jaden Campbell's quiet. Like, he was, man, this team's like, I feel so sorry for him, bro. I feel sorry for the fans. I feel sorry for the players. They're getting, even Tino's getting knocked out now. Like they're trying, man. It's just, I don't know why Des didn't come in and go, you go. You know, like, hey, we have, 7 front rowers. We have 5 fullbacks. Maybe we trim that down, hey? Like, I didn't... Oh, RCG's on the... Like, we'll have another front rower, you know? Like, don't get me wrong, he's been a great addition, but you get what I'm saying, boys. Like, he should have... It's clearly the way to go now, the Parramatta, the Bulldogs way, where it doesn't even have to be a young coach, but the coach comes in and gets the players he actually wants, man. You know, it's just trying to fix what's not... Because that's why so many teams were burning through coaches, because the old saying was, well, it's easier to fire the coach than it is the players, but that doesn't work. You got to fire the players. You know, you got to... The coach needs the players he wants, the ones he connects with, the ones that would put in the effort for him, the ones that they have a connection with, so they'll actually run through a brick wall for him. None of these dudes are running through a brick wall for Desi, bro. You know what I mean? It sucks, man. It really does. But anyway, just keep losing, please, Titans. And then Titans, I'll root for you next year. I'll even get a Gold Coast Titans jersey. All right? Please don't win more games this year, though. I'll buy 10 with my 11 grand. And I'll give them out to... No, I won't do that. Actually, man, I seen Verrills. They have this like long-sleeved shirt. It's like light blue and white with the collar. I was like, oh, that was dope. I'd wear that. I'd just wear that. Oh, Finns, Dolphins, bro. We hit our bets in this one. We actually hit our try scorers in this one too, which was good. Look, man, this was... I thought Broncos fumbled this. I was like, oh my God, Dolphins are going to pull this off. I could not believe it. I was like, man, when they scored this try, this one, the Jerry Marshall King one, I was like, oh my God, it's on. And then they ended up pumping them pretty hard. But man, you got to give the Dolphins credit. Like they've sort of taken on the identity of their coach there. This, that, never give up fighting. Like, you got to give him credit, man. Like, so Wayne Bennett, when he ran this team last 2 years, a very similar thing happened. They started off strong. Actually, it's a bit different this year. And then they faded dramatically at the end of the season. This season, they started poorly, caught absolute fire, but they obviously just kept taking strays the whole way along, just losing bodies just every week. And they just kept going and going. And they're still, like, they're coming ninth. But you get what I'm saying. Like, they're fighting way harder. Like, they're not going down without a fight. Like, I'm pretty impressed, man. Like, it's pretty cool. Like, it's pretty cool. And, I mean, look, I really want them to play finals, but it's not looking good now. Obviously, they can, but they're going to need to win a couple games. They're going to have to beat the Seagulls this weekend, who are awful, by the way. Then they're going to have to beat the Titans, which they can do. Yeah, okay. We're getting a bit more excited now. All right. Oh, Raiders. Oh, man. If Raiders get ahead, though, if Raiders kick 2 games ahead, they might rest players. Like, if you're 2 games ahead, would you rest players? I'd rest Papa for sure. Like, if I'm 2 games ahead of the Storm coming in the final round, I'm resting Papa. I'm resting Tarpany. I'm resting Fogarty. I'll probably keep my outside backs the same. I'll probably rest Huddy. Yeah, I'd at least rest those guys. They're only 1 win ahead now, though. It's a little alarming. Yeah, it's an interesting one, but you never know. So they could win the last 3. They could win the last 3. But yeah, look, to me, Tony Staggs in this game was just on another planet, bro. He was just... I love Tony Staggs, man. He's just... I just love players that try hard, you know, and everything he does is max effort. Like, what do you end up with? You got a try? 2 tries. Yeah, he did too. He got one in the first half as well. 126, 10 carries. See, I'd still love him a little more involved. Like, I don't need him doing Zach Lomax numbers, but, like, I want these numbers reversed. I want Katoni Staggs taking 15 carries and Shibasaki taking 10. You know what I mean? That's my only thing. Well, maybe it's just because I want to see him take more carries, but, yeah. Look, man, I'll be real. I wasn't super impressed with the Broncos. Payne, you could definitely tell when he was on and off the park, but I don't feel he's been quite as impactful as his like super high standards are. I'm not saying he's bad. I mean, he just ran for 177 with 78 posts. Like, but it just didn't quite feel like it. But it was a pretty battered. Like, he's running it like Donahue and Mark Nichols. Like, you know what I mean? He's not running it White and Spence or anything. Like, yeah, I'd like to see a little more. Like, Jordan Ricky, bro, he suck, bro. Like, he's got that pass he tried to do. I always lost it. I was cracking up, man. Like, my young fella actually likes Jordan Ricky, and I was just like, he's so shit. Oh, bro. I don't know how he's just stayed in this team for so long. I don't get it. I don't get it. He's not that good defensively. I've never seen him run a good line and score a try. I just like to see a little more from their front row, from their forward pack in general, you know. So, is he just there on unders? Like, I don't understand. Like, surely, am I tripping? He's not good, eh? Like, can you please let me know if you're watching? Like, am I tripping? Like, Jordan Ricky's not good, eh? Like, maybe I'm missing something. Like, I keep hearing he's got a mad kick chase, and I watch. I'm like, it's not better than kick outs. It's not better than it's not better than Liam Martin's. It's not better, and that's just one part of their game. You know, like they do heaps of other stuff. It's not close to like a Lomax or you know what I mean. Like, there's not that good a kick chase. But anyway, you let me know. Trey Fuller, bro. Like I said, Tiny Tua Picky. If you were watching, just go watch that game and just watch Trey. That's how you got to play, bro. Just hard. You're going to be pissing blood tomorrow. It's going to suck, but you got to do it. You can't just go into contact willy-nilly and just expect to get your 60 kilos. But Trey Fuller, bro, I like him there, and I actually like him there and Hamaso at centre. I'd just like to see Hamaso float around and get some more work, come in, like not just sit out on the left edge. See on the left? Right, wherever the hell he was. I really enjoyed the Stags Hammer battle too. That was epic, man. It was a good game. I really enjoyed it. I was sitting there about 20 minutes in, and I was like, man, no tries have been scored. I'm like, please don't be a trash game. How long was it? Oh, it was the 14th minute. Hamaso scored. The cool thing about this is, boys, in my preview, like my TikTok one, I was like, I did my try scorer, which is Mariner, but I also said, I mentioned Hamaso, Avarillo, Tony Staggs, and then obviously Mariner, who I picked. I was like, oh, bro, they all hit. I was like, man, if you put all them together, that would have been a nice little payday. But yeah, look, Finns run home. Manly, Titans, Raiders, they've got 10 wins. They're probably going to need 3, unless something goes terrific for them or catastrophically wrong for the teams directly above them. But yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough. But I hope they do it. I really do, man. I'd love to see this. I'd love to see them make finals. I really would. It'd be awesome. But Broncos. Now, where are Broncos sitting now? How safe are they? So they're on 12 points. So they're still not even technically locked up. But 3 games in hand. Solid for and against. Jesus, the Warriors for and against is abysmal, isn't it? The Sharkies was too before this weekend. I mean, they just put 50 points on. Theirs was terrible. Roosters is solid. So they're pretty good. They're sitting pretty. 3 games, they should be okay. They should really be okay. Let's move on to the next one. Rabbitohs Eels. We'll try and motor through these last few, boys. They're not... Man, Jai Gray. Let's just talk about him. I've got to check his stats for a second, boys, because He saved 3 tries in one set of 6, man. He saved 3 tries in one set of 6, man. I was sitting there fuming because I needed one more try. And I'm like, Jai Gray, you... I was like... And then I was like, okay, I'm so furious right now, but... That was an effort, bro. Because I thought, I was like, there's my try. Jai Gray, you bastard. They'll get him here. Jai Gray again, you little bastard. There's wide open. They'll just kick it to the corner there. Jai Gray scoops it up. I'm like, are you serious, bro? Like, you little bastard. This white little annoying headgear, little gnome-looking dude sprinting around the joint. 217. Look at that, boys. 48 post-contact. That's just... Like I said before, he's pissing blood today, but it's what you got to do. If you want to play, if you're small and you want to play rugby league, you're going to be pissing blood the next day, boys. It's just what you're going to have to do. Damn, Joe Harrow had a game. He was sick too. I heard him after the game. He had the flu. He sounded horrible, man. What an effort. Dallas Tunkin. What a player he was. They did another try saver together, him and Jai Gray, which was another one which would have won them the game. I thought he was in for all money too, and they just chopped his legs. They had to get full purchase on those legs, and they did. And yeah, it was pretty effort. But like, just to be fair, Parramatta this is one of the worst games they've played in a while. They've lost heaps of games, obviously, over the last this year. But this is the first game in a while where I thought they were actually poor. There was usually after every Parramatta game, even a loss over the last 8 or 9 weeks, I'm like, you can take some positives from that. This one I was like, oh, that was poor effort, man. That was actually a pretty poor effort. Even just like finishing sets close to Zach Lomax so he couldn't kick to him. So he only got about 3 genuine kicks towards Zach Lomax, stuff like that. Yeah, so they got to get a kick up the butt. Like, isn't it funny? As soon as the media starts the media have just been rapping Rylesy and the Eels, even though they're sitting like 14th or whatever. Then they just teams come out and don't try. It's like, bro, you're coming 14th. Like, try. Yeah, but it just seems to happen all the time. As soon as the team starts winning a bit or looking good, everyone starts talking about it, pat on the back, hey, yous are awesome. It seems they just don't come out and play all of a sudden. That's why what Penrith's done is so impressive. Because they've been getting a lot of pats on the back for a long time and they just keep winning bloody premierships. It's bloody crazy. Surely, at some point you go, yeah, we're awesome, maybe we'll just clock off. No, they want to hog all the trophies to themselves. But look, man, Parramatta actually, they even though they play poor, and this is, if they don't, Parramatta every single game just like the softest one, just they defended awesome. I thought they fixed that right edge up, that was their right, Bunny's left edge. Thought they fixed that up. I was like, oh man, they've done some homework on. Like, I'm sitting there watching Rabbitoh's left edge attack is elite. Doesn't matter who's in it. It's always good. And I'm sitting there going, Parramatta's left edge defense, their right edge defense, looks awesome. I'm like, they have done their homework because it was pretty bad. And I was like, man, Bunnies are really going to struggle to score here. This clog up Mamazoulis just strolls over under the sticks. Bro, if they didn't leak that try, they win. Crazy. But, yeah, that's Parramatta still, like I said, everyone's rapping them, and I am too. I genuinely can see the improvements and stuff, but they're still way off, bro. If they do not improve dramatically, they won't be even in the hunt for finals. They'll be, at best around that 13th, 14th, 12th maybe, but they won't be in the hunt for finals next year unless they definitely improve. And I'm just not too sure about, this Papali, is it Papali? Josh Papali. Joash Papali. I'm not sold on him yet. I think he needs another preseason or something. Yeah, just not, he doesn't look that good to me, eh? But there's mad raps on him. So maybe he's awesome and he hasn't showcased it yet. But he doesn't look that good to me. You know how they were battling between him and Iongi at the start of the season? To me, Iongi looks substantially better. It's like Iongi has to be in this team. This guy here, at 6, I'm sitting here going, man, maybe go for Sandon Smith at the Roosters. Maybe go try to pick up his signature, Jack Williams was brilliant. I Tell you who I rate. That Luca Moretti. He's cool, man. He's got mad leg speed. He's nice. But yeah, like I said, Dallas Tunkin, what a beast. Jai Gray, what a beast. Jai Arrow, what a beast. There you go. There's my four mans of the... Oh, and Cody Walker. I've got to give him a bit of a grab too. He wasn't like crazy good, but he risked... The Rabbitohs have been losing games. Just a little bit of extra polish, just spit shining the end of plays and stuff like that. Like, really good. Super high footy IQ, obviously. I don't know what his regular IQ is like, but his footy IQ is off the charts. It just is. All right, let's get on to the next one. Manly versus the Sea Eagles. No, Manly versus the West Tigers. Manly suck, bro. They're really bad. I've sort of said, like, I did put it up on Tryline if you didn't watch my preview. They haven't won a half of footy in, like, it's now 5 weeks. Like, they won the first half against Melbourne. This is the thing, man. We all somehow jumped back on the Manly bandwagon so quickly. And even after that Melbourne game, I was like, they won a half of footy. They had a really good half of footy against Melbourne and just did just enough to hold on. Not that impressive, It was just, man, Cherry Evans has just derailed this team. Like, they were looking really, really good at the start of the year. And I don't know, man. It seems like, you know what I felt like? It felt like there's no pride in the jersey, man. I felt like... That's actually a pun. Not a pun, but we all know the pride saga that happened a few years ago. But yeah, you get like, it just looks like Cherry's done. He's over it. And then that just seeps into the rest of the club. It really does. And I don't know, man. It's just... You could see it coming a mile away. And, man, if there's one team that can implode, it's this team. Around that pride side... They were, like, almost locked in for finals. Rough. I don't remember if they were locked in, but they were looking real... That pride thing happening, and they all fell apart. They lost like 8 games in a row, bro. Like, that team was stacked. I'm pretty sure it still had AFB in it. Was AFB still there at that point? Anyway, it was a stacked team. It was like prime turbos. But yeah, like... I genuinely felt like they missed Jakey in this game in particular. Like, he's yelling, he's screaming, he's so passionate, that's infectious. Like, just like being negative can be infectious and not being down and stuff. Being positive like that can be infectious. And I felt they really missed that. And it just really showed. It was such a poor effort. 63 completions, 48 missed tackles. Like, just really, really bad. I mean, Ruben Garrick going off too. That's not good, is it? Yeah, it's a shame because this team had a lot of expectations. They're really... Seagulls are an incredible team to watch when they're on, and it's just been probably my disappointment of the year. They really are. I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to feel like this dude right here, how do you say his first name? Talatu Kola? I just call him Kola. I think he might be the best fullback at the club. Every time he touches the ball, something happens. I think he might have cleared Tom and Hopewadi to be the most dangerous player there. He's had a bit of go at fullback, but it was just before he put his footy weight on. He's a track star. And he's kept his speed and put on size. And I don't know about you boys, but I think he might be their best fullback. Obviously, we're not going to know because he's not going to play there. But I don't know about Tom. I'm not sold on Hopewadi like everyone else is. I love them both. I don't know. But anyway, the injuries to Paseka, Aloye, huge outs. They really did rely on those big boys. Because this is the thing, their big boys used to roll, man. Like Paseka, he's a beast, bro. He's as big as Payne Haas. He's probably bigger. I think he's 6'5". And then Aloye, and obviously losing Ola. Like, that's 350... No, that'd be more. That'd be 360-odd kilos of weight they're missing from their front row. From their forward pack, sorry. That's a lot of weight. But yeah, look, not good. And just Tigers, awesome. Awesome. So positive. Dewey's just murdering it. He's a 7. It's so good to see him going good. And let's just all, pray to gods he doesn't bloody go down again. Because he's looked... every time I've seen Dewey play, I feel like he gets better and better. and then he has to have an ACL surgery. And he's getting better every week. Like, he's a really good player. He's really good, and he's really led the way there. He injects himself the right amount. He's dominant, but without being too dominant. He runs, he kicks, field goals, he kicks goals from the sideline. He's great. He's a great player. What else can I say to that? Now, look, just looking forward, I do think, they're not playing finals this year. I know Tigers are saying we can still make it and stuff, but they're not. But this is, they're now on 10 wins, right? 10 wins or 9? They're on 9. They're on the same as the Sea Eagles, bro. If they can get the double digits this year, that's a massive win for me. Now, if they want to go to the next level and push into this area, they're definitely going to have to. I think they're going to need more out of Luai, man. I just do. Don't get me wrong, man. Buller, they're all guns, man. Appy, he's going to get you around. He's so crafty, so good. They got their forwards now. They got all that stuff. I just need to see a little more from Luai. Another preseason. They've had I guess for him, you know what? I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because he would have trained all year with Galvin. There now Dewey's there. Could be throwing him off a bit. Dewey's, like I said, pretty dominant with the ball. So I'll give him benefit of the doubt, but I'm just saying the reason why that he's not absorbing a tremendous amount of the salary cap. So you definitely need to be getting you don't need 10s, just give me 8s. There's just been a couple games this year, wins or losses, where I'm like, didn't hear Luai's name called too often, Didn't even look dangerous. You can't always tear a team to pieces. Ponga used to do this a lot, right? He wouldn't always tear you apart, but he'd always look at. He'd almost, we nearly got through there. We nearly got through there. I'd sort of missed the first 15, 20 minutes of this because of UFC, but in the parts I saw, I didn't see any moments where I was like, Luai nearly tore him apart there. So, but exciting times if you're Tigers fans. I really hope they play finals next year. And Tigers fans, you better get the hell out to their games next year. And I want to see full stadiums everywhere they play if they come good. It hasn't updated yet. On to the Cowboys versus Knights. Look, man, great win for the Cowboys. They needed this. They've been bad. But I wasn't that impressed. I was just happy for them because they've actually had some games at their home stadium. I hate when teams let their fans down. They've had some games where you've just seen with 20 minutes to go, their fans are storming out of the building. They're furious. And it was just good to see them get a good, solid, convincing win where they could be happy. It was a day game. Everyone looked like they were pumped. It was great, So that was really good, But I just couldn't help but think, about next year. Look how dominant that is through the middle. Oh, my Lord. That's pretty impressive. Ooh, 38 missed tackles to the Knights, so wow. But like I said, this is what I'm saying. I was sort of sitting there going, this is great, but then I was sort of going, and I started thinking about next year, and I was like, man, Tomalolo another year older, Hess another year older. I'm like, man, is it McLean? He's going to be, he's staying, right? Or is he retiring? He's got another year? But anyway, Bateman, I'm like, age and forward pack. You're losing Robson for Reid Marnie. That's a massive downgrade. You know what I mean? I'm just sort of sitting here going, damn, next year might be a bit rough for the old Cowboys. It just sort of brought me down. I don't know why. I was sort of sitting there positive about the Cows. I was like, yeah, man. So Robson took a mad run. I was like, oh, man, what a run from Robson. He's a gun. And then I just clicked, he's going to the Roosters. And I was like, who's going? Oh, Reid Marnie. And this got me really, I was like, what a downgrade that is. And yeah, it went from one of the best defensive hookers, to one of the worst. So yeah, I don't know, man. Toddy Payton, man, he could be in some trouble, eh? If Cows get a tough draw next year and they start poorly, he could be in the world of trouble. But this was a great win. This was actually entertaining. It was good to watch. There was a few. I really enjoyed watching Velame play again. I've been a huge fan of his for a long time. I thought Clifford was incredible. I actually thought Tamalolo and McLean were really good as well. Cotter was not too bad either. Didn't get a huge amount out of the bench. But this Vayela, he was actually pretty good. I didn't mind him either. But yeah, it's these. I don't know if it'd be very short odds that both these guys finish next year with the coaches they currently have. Oh, I'm circling. Oh, you guys can't see that. Well, why have I got that so high? There we go. Well, that's too light. Now you can see my taskbar. There we go. Yeah, but just onto the, I don't want to spend too much time on this because they're bloody bottom 4 teams, both of them, aren't they? They're both bottom 4. Cows at 1, 2, 3, 4. No, Cows are out. Cows are flying high. Cows are flying high. But yeah, I'll tell you what, Purdue. The thing I just didn't get with both the, it's so funny that these guys played. Both these coaches have done this year. They just keep moving blokes around too. Like Purdue is, I'm not saying he can't be a 6 in the future. He's not one now, bro. He needs space. He needs time. He gets that in the centres. Like, he was just scoring tries for fun at the start of the year, and then he's he's a 6. Put him there. Just got smoked. I'm like, yeah, he's also 19 and hasn't played first grade very long. Like, do you want to put him in one of the... Like, just leave him out there. Let him do his apprenticeship in the centres. Like, you can move him next year or, like whatever. But, yeah, and just this constant chopping and changing at the halves and this. I was like, man, what are you doing? And then Knights have been the worst for it. They've been worse than the Cowboys at it. And it's just you have to hit and stick. Like, you need to give guys time to adapt. And I'll tell you what, Jake Arthur was absolutely arse in this, bro. Jake Arthur defends well. Like, he makes good tackles. He actually has a decent kicking game. But he's like not game awareness, but like, say someone offloads, right? I don't know what you'd even call this. And you catch it and you're like, oh, we may as well try and create something out of this. But you're not like going silly, but you know what I mean? You're like, let's look for an edge, like when you're in that situation. I don't think I've ever seen anyone worse. He just throws the ball anywhere. Like, it's not that he panics, but he's just like, it's good that he's confident to like let it rip and stuff. But I'm like, dude, like, don't you want to lock down your spot? Like, that is a real good way to be back in New South Wales Cup. Just like, bro, make your tackles kick to corners, bro. Like, pass to the dude next to you. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen it at Eels, all that. I'm just like, bro, like, man, like, he if there's an offload and he's got the ball, you get what I'm saying? When there's sort of something half on, he's got the ball in his hands. He's like the worst person I've ever seen with the ball in his hands. But yeah, look, actually, man, I'll be real. I was really impressed with Saifidi and Leo Thompson's first stint. I'm really impressed with this guy, McEwen. Knights need a new voice, man. Like, I said this in my post game on TikTok. Like, they've got some real good young players here. Like, this McEwen looks good. They got Dylan Lucas, Fletcher. They got Dylan Brown coming. They got Ponga. Like, they need a new voice. They're not responding to this dude, man. Like, they're just getting pumped. Like, they're absolutely atrocious at the moment, man. Like this could be worse. Like, they could be so far in the hole right now. They're so lucky their defense held up in that middle part of the year where they're still losing games, but they were losing them by like 2 points and stuff. And now the losses just started to get worse and worse and worse and worse because they kept sort of losing players along the way as well. But, man, they're not good, eh? Do they get any players back soon? Please tell me they do. Cross them back, that's good. Well, Adam Elliott, okay, that's a nice little inclusion. They need this dude back. Ponga. Yeah, so then Crossland and Adam Elliott, I mean, that doesn't add a whole heap. That's actually not a very bad injury toll, to be honest. Like, I've been people talking about like the bloody bunnies or something. Like, Fletcher and Ponga's, like, they're huge, but I guess Dylan Lucas is pretty solid for them too. Collarbone, shoulder. But yeah, you catch my drift. But yeah, look, Knights, man, bun season, not looking good. I hope they just sack the coach. They sit him down and go, look, not good enough. They pick a new coach over the next month. they're going to pre-season with a new coach. That's what I think the best thing. He had his chance, man. He had his chance. You look at his record on paper and you're like, oh, finals 4 of the last 5 years, but you're like, bro got saved 3 times. Like, they were never, ever a premiership threat. You know, so anyway, we'll see how it goes. All right, boys, let's have a real quick look at next week. We sort of already have, haven't we? We've sort of been looking at next week, having little sneakies. All right, we have the Rabbitohs versus the Dragons, Panthers versus the Raiders. Best Friday night ever, by the way. Panthers, Raiders, Storm, Bulldogs. Jesus. Seagulls, Dolphins, I mean, loser is officially out of this one, you know. Titans, Warriors, good game too. Eels, Roosters, Knights, Broncos, West Tigers, Cowboys. At Leichhardt Oval on Sunday, Arvo. Hell yeah. All right, that's it. Thank you all so much for watching, boys, and I'll see you in the next one.